Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Tech Guru. Today I'm going to show you how to install Ubuntu Linux on your Surface Pro 2. I got tired of Windows 10 and Windows 8. I was going to do a Windows 10 for 10 days and all that, and I've used it around some more, and I'm not feeling it anymore. I do like Windows 7 still. I reverted my Surface Pro 2 back to Windows 8.1 or whatever Windows that may have been. So I just decided, you know what, enough's enough. I really don't like Windows. I'm just gonna go ahead and put on Ubuntu fully. So this video will show you how to put on Ubuntu. Just Ubuntu. This is not a dual boot. This is not anything like that. I'm not gonna dual boot Windows and Ubuntu. I'm just gonna put straight up Ubuntu on my Surface Pro. Now do this with caution, because if you do want to get Windows back on your Surface Pro 2, it is quite a hassle. I've already tried, and it took me months to figure it out. Alright, so without further ado, let's go on ahead and get started. So first, what you want to do is disable Secure Boot. So I'm just going to restart my tablet, and it's going to restart. Once there's fully a black screen, go ahead and just start hitting delete. My secure boot is already disabled, as you can tell, but by hitting delete, you'll get into the secure boot control menu. Now you want to go ahead and just tap to disable, and you'll get a little screen that says enable disable. So you want to disable. You want to exit setup and save your changes, and then it's going to go ahead and restart. This is the part where it normally just takes a while, so I'm just waiting for it to restart to go back up to go on to our next step. Alright, so now that it's restarted, you want to go ahead and shut it down. So we'll go ahead and shut that down. Now this next part is very, very important that you do right, otherwise you're going to do it 1,000 times and you're going to get frustrated. So what you want to do before you turn it back on is hold the volume down button and hold the power button. Press the power button and the volume down button at the same exact time. Now once the Surface logo appears, let go of the power button and let go of the volume down button, and it should work. Oh, nope, see, it didn't work. I didn't do it right. Didn't do it just right. So you gotta shut down again. You gotta do it again. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and hold down the volume down button and the power button. I think I said it wrong the first time. There we go. Now let go. And there we go. You should get that right there. So it's hold the volume down button and power button at the same time. If you're really not sure about how to do that correctly at the same time, hold the volume button down first and then hold the power button. And then once the Surface logo appears, just let go of everything. Simple enough, right? Right. So now you want to just scroll down to install Ubuntu. I was originally going to do this with Linux Mint, but Mint gave me some problems, so I just decided to forego Mint and just go ahead and go with Ubuntu. It's a much stabler version for the Surface Pro. Much better at installing on there. Alright, just let Ubuntu do its thing. That way we can have a nice clean install of just Linux, because it's going to be no longer a Microsoft Surface Pro, it's going to be a Linux Surface Pro. Because, hey, the Penguin likes nice little shiny toys too, every now and then. Why not, right? Alright, then you just follow the standard setup. Oh, I hit the camera there. I have a mouse hooked up, so it's not connected to the internet. What you can do is you can buy one of these USB to Ethernet plugs. They're fairly cheap, especially on Amazon. They're like a few dollars. Forgot how much this one costs exactly. And you can just plug it in to go ahead and get connected to the internet right away. I also have here set up a multi-USB 3.0 port where I'm running Ubuntu from a bootable hard drive, and I have my mouse plugged in and that Ethernet stuff. So I'm also going to install updates while I'm doing that. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna install updates for this one just because you can or nah, I guess you can click continue or tap on it. All right, I'm gonna erase entire disk and install Ubuntu. Now again, do this only if you know what you are doing. I can make a video showing that if you do this and you want Windows back, what to do. It is a lot of effort on your part, but it could be done. I also want to encrypt my new Ubuntu installation for security. Always, always, always encrypt your Linux installation for security. All right. I'm going to choose in a security key. All right. So I don't know how to do this. Let's see. I'm going to move the camera up just a little bit so you guys can't see my security key. It's not a common password that I use anyways. I hope I remember it. All right. Now there's another option on here. I don't think you guys can see it. This says overwrite empty disk space for more security. That'll take much longer. You can do it if you want. I'm not going to for the purposes of this. I'm just going to go ahead and install now. Now again, this is not a very common password that I just used. I hope to God I can get back into this. Alright, it's going to give you a warning saying everything's going to be written over, blah, blah, blah. This will destroy data if you continue. If you don't want to destroy your data and boot from the beginning, you know, go back. Obviously, if you're at this point and you want to continue, you just want to go ahead and continue. Alright, New York time is the best time for me. Again, select your best time. My keyboard is English. Pretty straightforward. Alright, your name. Oops, Tech Guru. Computer name, Tech Guru Surface Pro 2. I mean, I guess I could use it. I mean, I'm just going to name my computer Tech Guru. My password, I'm just going to lift up the camera just a bit. I'm going to enter my password in. Oops. I almost messed up there. Oh, dang it. That's one thing I don't like about the Surface Pro keyboard. It's kind of hard to type at a weird angle if you're trying to... I'm going to leave mine to require my password to log in. That way, hopefully I'll remember it. Because it's not a very common password. So Ubuntu 14.04 is now almost done. That is awesome. It's going pretty fast. It's going to install these file system, do what it needs to do, and then give me a fresh startup. Now again, that was pretty easy to install Ubuntu. You could do this format with Linux Mint. There's Red Hat Linux. There's Yellow Dog Linux. I'm not sure if that's still around. There's a huge distribution list of Linuxes of which you can do this with. Ubuntu right now is the most stable out of them. And not to mention Linux Mint, depending which version you use, Cinnamon or Mate. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Mate? Mayday? I don't know. I already pronounced that. Is a version of Ubuntu anyway. So essentially you are installing Ubuntu, just a different name. I just happen to like this for the Surface Pro. I've tried Linux Mint, I've tried Red Hat, I've tried a bunch of other Linuxes, believe it or not, and they just don't work quite as well as this one or any other of them do. So again, just take your pick and go with what your favorite Linux is, really, because it is your Surface Pro. This is just my preference. But again, this method will work with anything. And I just decided to minimize some stuff in the background up here, just so you guys are not distracted by what I'm doing. Alright, so we got about another minute or so left on this installation. So again, I'm taking you through everything. The only thing I'm not going to probably take you guys through today is setting up all the drivers for Ubuntu. The wireless driver, the hardcover driver, or the cover driver. That's going to be somewhere you're going to have to get, because I don't think it's going to install automatically. Again, I just installed it, played around with it a little bit, and I was like, oh yeah, let me make a video about this. So here I am making a video on how to install Ubuntu on your Surface Pro. I just found it I like Ubuntu better. Alright, now that we're done installing, and I just went ahead and fast forwarded so you guys don't have to sit there and watch me install the whole entire thing. It will ask you to reboot, then if you encrypted it, it'll ask you for your encryption key to decrypt and do everything that it needs to do. So after installing, you're going to come to your screen, which looks something like that. Now I have a wired connection, and from here you can go ahead and just update Ubuntu, do whatever it is you need to do. You can now remove the removable drive if you haven't already done so. So, I mean, now you just go through it and use it and set it up and get the drivers for the Wi-Fi, get a whole bunch of stuff ready and going so you guys can fully enjoy your Surface Pro 2 on Ubuntu. Yeah, awesome. You're probably going to get update thing, so I'd go ahead and install it right away, get everything out of the way, set it up how you like it, and can start using it, because that's the beauty of now having Ubuntu on your Surface Pro. You no longer are using Microsoft, so this is one small step towards being no longer dependent on Microsoft and Windows. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little easy tutorial. It's very easy to do. Going backwards is a little bit more of a challenge, but why would we want to go back? Progress doesn't happen by going backwards. It only happens by going forward. This is the Tech Guru signing off for All That Tech. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know if I could do anything better in the future, or if I need to explain things a little more. But until next time, when I show you guys how to install the Wi-Fi drivers and everything else that you need to install in here, I'll see you guys later.